Hey, what's going on, guys? Ghost Killer 2020 here, and today we are in Aimblox. So, what else is there to say other than let's get straight into this. Claim. I'll take that, thank you. I've got some good news. If you can't... Just gonna let this... Just give me a sec. I've got great news. So... my PC endeavor was a success. I successfully managed to install a new CPU. And let me tell you, it was an adventure. The trickiest part was getting the fan in. I didn't know about the back plate. But once I got everything lined up properly, it runs great. It's actually better than my old one. More so than I thought it'd be. Okay. Aw, man, no free-for-alls? I enjoyed the free-for-all last time. It's sensitive. I hope it's a free-for-all. Much better. Dang it. Not good enough. Dang it. I'm blind. That's what I am. What in the world is that? Yeah, clearly I'm not a great aimer. Alright, how do you do that stuff? There's gotta be a button for all this. Oh, Control Shift Slide. There it is. Alright, let's try this. Wow, I'm gonna have to do that slide thing more often. Ow. Darn. But at least I'm getting along. Muted. So, yeah. Other teams, so... Oh, okay. Nice. Sweet, still alive. Dang. How did I miss that? I don't know what that was, but I don't want to go back in it. While I'm here, might as well talk a little bit more about what I went through. So when I first tried to install the CPU, I was taking out my old one. And it was stuck because, well, the thermal paste hardened. And it was basically glued on, so when I pulled off the CPU's fan, it came off with the CPU itself. Then I had to use a screwdriver to take that off. That was nerve-wracking, because CPUs are essentially like glass. Basically, you have to handle them with extreme care. And once I got that all out of the way, I had to open up the new CPU I got. And some of you might be asking, why would you even bother to upgrade a CPU when it was working? Because it was working. The answer is simple. Windows 11's come out, and I want to future-proof my PC. Oops, sorry, got lost in the moment there. So, once I do all that, I put it in. Darn it. Please no copyright. Please no copyright. No copyright. Do you hear me? YouTube, do not copyright me. No copyright. The music is getting louder. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Sorry if I hurt your eardrums without warning there. anyways, as I was saying, I had installed the new CPU, and I lined it up properly because there's a certain rule you gotta follow. There's a little arrow in the corner that you gotta line up that's on the CPU and the CPU holder. Then once I put that in, I realized the box doesn't come with any thermal paste. So I gotta drive all the way to Best Buy to buy some of that stuff. And then when I get back, I finally apply it. And I found out I don't apply it the way it says it's supposed to be applied, but it still covers the entire CPU, so that was whatever. And it works just fine now, so I don't see the problem. And then once all that comes, because the CPU came with its own cooler, so its own CPU fan basically, I got it in and I couldn't tighten it for the life of me because I didn't realize. You see, the rule was there's actually a little piece of metal on the other side of my PC that I didn't know about. The base, like metal, I think it's base plate. I don't know what it's called. Maybe I'm making up that name, I don't know. But basically it holds the screws for the CPU fan in because they're spring loaded. So I don't know about that, so I leave it for a while, thinking that maybe the thermal paste will dry, but then I look it up and find out basically it's not supposed to do that. What happened with my CPU wasn't typical. My old one, I mean. And so after all that, I crack open the other side and get some help in screwing in the CPU fan. And once I get the base plate lined up for the screws to go into, they stick and they hold. And this is after I've applied all my thermal paste. And once all that's finally said and done, I'm able to seal up my PC. I boot it up, hoping that it'll go well, because I read that you gotta check because sometimes the CPU doesn't register the RAM. And luckily, there was no issues. So now I've got a better CPU installed into my computer. It runs faster. Well, no, that's, actually, no, it does run faster. It has a base speed that's faster than my old one, and its actual speed is faster than my old one. So, yeah. And now, thanks to all that, I can upgrade to 11. Well, that wasn't the only thing. I also had to upgrade my BIOS. That's basically what boots up your computer. The software that does it. It's a little dangerous to do, but I did it, and that got rid of my other issue. So once I sorted out all those things, I was good to go. And now you might be thinking, well, okay, so have you upgraded to Windows 11 yet? The answer is no, because I also got a solid-state hard drive for Christmas, but I don't have the tools I need to install it yet. So I am waiting for those to arrive because I ordered some, because I can't just not use 1 terabyte of solid-state hard drive. And then once those come, I'm gonna upgrade and install it into my PC with Windows 10, because any software aspects that might be required for me to install it will probably be on Windows 10 software since it's been around so long. So I figure I'll wait till I've installed that and I have all the tools proper to install it. And once I do, then I'm going to install. And once that's all said and done and I have it installed and it's working and I can transfer files to it without a problem, I am going to update and get Windows 11. So that's my whole story of my CPU adventure. And then once that's said and done, you guys know what my plan is. I'm going to install my SSD. And then once that's all done, I'm going to upgrade to Windows 11. But for now, I gotta say, I am real happy that I installed that CPU properly, because it was my first time doing that ever. And like any first time, there were some things I didn't know. First time jitters, you know that? Like any first time project, I was a little nervous, especially because if I broke it, then that's the end of my PC, and oh boy, that was scary. But yeah, I'm keeping the old CPU, by the way. And hopefully I can continue to future-proof this thing. And that is the whole story. Let me know what you guys thought of that story. Because I gotta tell you, just doing all this and installing the CPU has been a real experience. I wouldn't call it pleasant, it was very nerve-wracking, but it was a learning experience. You know, now that I know how to install CPUs, if I need to install another new one in the future, I did tons of research. The only thing I don't know is about the watts and how much the CPU draws for power. Do not copyright me! As I was stating, fight using your own weapons. Limited time Christmas event. Free for all, Oasis. Alrighty. Let me know what you guys think. That was a whole story of what I went through to install a CPU. Nicely done. Dang. Nice work. Man, either people have really good aim or they're bots. But I'm just assuming real good aim by default. Darn it. I've seen what bots look like. I've played TF2, so I know exactly what a bot looks like. And maybe the rules are a bit different here, but still. I'm not just gonna jump straight to bot or hacking. That's stupid. I'm new to this. Oh. Didn't even need to. Thank you. I was stuck. I gotta get closer. Alright, I'll admit I wasn't expecting that. Darn it. louder! Okay. And with that being said, I think that's a good place to leave off the video for the day. So, with that being said, thank you for watching, if indeed you still are. Typical YouTuber, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you guys later. And let me know what you thought of my story. Was it good? Was it bad? I really don't know how to react to sharing it all with you guys. Anyways, with that being said, that's it. Alright, bye now.